We're joined from Ramallah by the member of the Palestine Liberation Organization, Mr. Omar Al-Ghul. Mr. Omar, thank you so much for joining us on Q News. And first off, with Hamas officials accusing Israel of obstructing ceasefire talks, what are the key sticking points that prevent a lasting ceasefire in Gaza despite international efforts?
As you all know, isn't related to the lives of the Israeli hostages. Since the war waged at using the Israeli hostages along with the United States as a pretext to continue the mass genocide against the Arab Palestinian people. And you know that today that the 400th day of the genocide, and we exceeded the 15th months of such a genocide. Israel is stalling until this moment, and there was an initiative and a message sent by the Israeli Prime Minister in the 1st of May 2024 to President Joe Biden as an initiative, and as there are pillars for ceasefire. This message was adopted, formulated in a proposal presented to the UN General Security Council, and it was agreed upon under the Title 17, 735 in June the past, even though the resolution wasn't executed and implemented. And initiatives recently were presented for ceasefire and by both sides for 60 days. But Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu insisted that they would never accept the exchanges of hostages unless the number requested and demanded by him as the release of 34 Israeli hostages, and all of them should be alive. Upon the approval of Hamas to release 22 of the hostages alive and 12 dead body of the Israeli hostages that were killed by the Israeli aggression along with the participant US forces. Yet Benjamin Netanyahu and his cabinet refused this matter. Also, there was a latest initiative in the past few days. Hamas presented to give us a chance, a break for a whole week to stop the fight, in order to present the names of the hostages that may be presented before the Israeli side. Up till this moment, the Premier of Israel never responded, and today Donald Trump has issued or stated by requesting the Palestinian side to stop the fire and release the hostages, as the Palestinian side is the one to continue the hostages and to request the release of the Israeli hostages. In the meantime, never requested from Israel to release the Palestinian prisoners, and therefore there is an issue and a stance that is unobjective and biased. But it is requested from President Trump, the elected President Trump, to be less biased to the occupation and the colonization state of Israel.
Mm-hmm. Now, Israel in 2024 alone has detained 8,000 Palestinians in its prisons. How have this and the prolonged conflict affected the psychological and social well-being of Gazan civilians?
Israel correcting the number you've mentioned, has detained following the 7th of October, or to be more specific and accurate, around 20,000 of the prisoners from the West Bank and Gaza, and that means during the past 15 months. And now, around 13 to 14,000 of the prisoners, as yet the number of the prisoners from the enclave aren't known yet, but the number has exceeded the 10,000 that reached 12, or rather 11,000, including the prisoners.
That was the member of the Palestine Liberation Organization, Mr. Omar Al-Ghul. Thank you so much for your insights.